on the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Race coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. So I wanted to respond to 21 Savage comments that he had regarding the OG rappers in the game. The hip hop artists that came before him. Before this generation. I'm 25 years old, so I guess I'm in the same age bracket as 21 Savage, and I'm a huge hip hop fan. So, like my brother, he used to listen to Bone Thugs. He used to listen to Nas. His favorite rapper was Nas and Biggie. So I would listen to that. And my uncle just was a huge Tupac fan. So I adopted that, and I became like a huge Pac fan even at a young age. So I was aware of that. Like I'm like one of the biggest Pac fans. And Scarface and so forth. And my favorite rapper, when I was coming up at the time, was Lil Wayne. But as I matured, as I stepped away and I wasn't so, trying to be socially accepted, doing the drugs and, all those other things that, being in gangs and everything, when I stepped away, my mind matured a lot more. So I looked at things totally different. But, so I'm going to get to the comments with 21 Savage that he posted it on his, I guess his Twitter account, and say, why do so many of these OG rappers judge the new generation? They say we make drug using music, like making drug selling music is better. What's the difference? What about the fact that rap is the #1 genre of music right now? None of y'all acknowledge that. Artists been snorting cocaine and smoking crack since the 70s and 80s. Did y'all forget that? Instead of judging, how about y'all make a change? If the message in the previous generation of rap was so good, why did so many of our parents abandon us for crack? Why we still killing each other? Don't use us as a scapegoat. Our music is a reflection of what's going on in our community, and all we doing is using our talent to escape the community. Now, before I dig deep into everything that 21 Savage said, I just wanted to address this. He said, if the music was so good, then why did the parents abandon them for crack and everything? If you notice, towards the 90s, things started, like the violence, the drug abuse. During the 90s, it started to, like the mid 90s, things started to change. Like it wasn't, the crack epidemic hit, like it was popular like during the 80s. Like it was super popular. The murders, everything was going on during the 80s. But if you notice, towards the mid 90s, things started to get a little bit better. I mean, and some of what he's saying makes sense, but I just look at this, newer pack of artists like 21 Savage, Kodak Black, Lil Uzi Vert. A lot of these artists, I look at them like tobacco, people who sell tobacco, right? The product that you're putting out is bad for people, but all you care about is making money. That's all you care about. The difference between this generation and the past generation with a Jay-Z, they did rap about those things, but there was a balance, and that's what they're talking about. That's what they're discussing. Majority of your music, shoot, kill, blah, blah, blah. And just because the numbers, just because you have great numbers don't mean that it's great. Look at the things that Cardi B rap about, but look at the stuff that Lauryn Hill, people praising Cardi B for the type of music that she make and how she did Lauryn Hill numbers, but Lauryn Hill didn't have no gimmick. And no disrespect to Cardi B, but Lauryn Hill didn't have, she was natural. She had dreadlocks. She didn't have a fake body. She didn't have a fake butt. She didn't have to go out here and say she did this, had sex with this. She was authentic. She rapped about things that she actually been through in life, real pain, real life experiences. Her numbers outsold Lauryn Hill, but Lauryn Hill rapped from a real place that everybody is going through in life. The same pain, those problems that Lauryn Hill is rapping about, Cardi B isn't talking about. She's talking about some things that's irrelevant, that don't even matter. That half the stuff that she was talking in that rap, nobody is living. You know, numbers do lie. It's something that you've been through. And you might get an artist who rap about his, he might be flashy, flamboyant, he might rap about that, but he might give you something else. It's about a balance because everybody's not the same way all day. You sad, some days you feel like going to work, some days you don't. Some days you feel like doing this, some days you don't. Some days you're happy, some days you want to turn up. That's just how it is in life. But if you rap about one thing, then it would be like that's who you are all the time, and that's just not realistic. And that's what brings me back to, people who sell tobacco. A person may sell tobacco and they don't care how it's killing people, giving them cancer or doing this or destroying the community. They don't care about that. All they care about is selling the product and could actually, Jay-Z has bars. Whether you talk about what he rap about, he actually put pain into his lyrics. So I just agree with something he's saying, and then you taking it back to the 70s and 80s and all this other stuff. It's like, bro, like, do you understand, like, the people in the 60s and 70s, like as far as like the 60s, you had OGs really listening to, like, soul music. They wasn't even listening to gangster music like that. They was listening to soul music. I disagree with 21 Savage. When I listened to Lil Wayne, when I was caught up, I wanted to be socially accepted. I had the dreads. I wanted to drink lean. I wanted to get tattoos. The reason I ain't even gonna lie, the reason I got a body for the tattoos is because Lil Wayne influenced me. I wanted to sip lean because I seen Lil Wayne do it. The dreads, I wanted to be a blood. I wanted to be this because I seen Lil Wayne do it. So, and then the people around me was doing it because they seen Lil Wayne do it. They gonna act like they it just magically happened. No, they were influenced by it. So when you influenced by it, you want to be socially accepted. So you see your friends do it, and then they're gonna be like, oh well, the peer pressure is gonna be like, oh, smoke this weed. You see what I'm saying? Now it's instead of weed, it's lean. When Lil Wayne popularized lean, then everybody wanted to do lean. Now Molly's is, Molly's was popular. Now Future made Percocets popular. Now everybody want to pop a perk or they want to drink lean. So that's what's happening throughout the culture. And you can't blame, just like you contradicting yourself. You saying the OGs can't blame y'all. You can't blame the OGs. When are you going to say, all right, well, man, look, let me make a balance. Let's put this shit, together. Let's make a balance where I can make this and I can also make that, a yin and a yang. And to me, when I think of artists, just my personal opinion, when I think of artists start addressing a lot of things, I feel like they're not as high on their, they're not on their high horse no more. Because when they get to a certain level, it's like, why should I respond to that? I'm not responding to that person. I'm not about to make this person relevant. I'm not about to address that. Why should I talk about that? I'm making money. I'm doing this. So I feel like a person is starting to go down here once they feel like they have to address people. And no disrespect to Drake. I was one of the big Drake fans. But when I see Drake addressing why he's saying this, and people say he had a ghostwriter, him responding let me know that you starting to, you're not as high as you was. And to the people it seemed good, but it's just my personal opinion. It is what it is, man. Like, I don't see none of these artists in the community in terms of going to these community basketball games and making change, really. But that's just my personal opinion. I wish 21 Savage nothing but the best, and I wish him much more success in his career. But y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.
Look, straight from the soul with it.